Hi, everybody, coming to you on Sunday morning, July 14th, midpoint of the month coming up. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. I come to you from the Portland, Vancouver area, and I want to focus on the fact that with the month coming up on 2 weeks in, we are in position to break a number of historic July heat records. I'm not talking, breaking the record for the hottest temperature ever in July, but I am talking about records that include day after day of uncomfortable heat in the 80s and the 90s. So let me start with this heat dome. And for those of you that watched me and you saw my summer outlook rather, which has been a complete miss. That outlook was based on this heat dome staying primarily over Texas, Colorado, Nebraska, back into Missouri, and areas to the east. That is not happening. And even when it is off to our east, it's producing more heat than what I was expecting. So this is tomorrow on the left, July 14th. These are the American GFS model projected positions of the heat dome. Again, a heat dome is just a name for a strong high pressure system this time of the year that locks in and holds fairly stationary. And in this case, this is not a heat dome or a high that's developing and then fading away and then developing. It's basically the same high. It's just migrating a little bit back to the east, then coming back to the west, sneaking a little bit to the south, coming a little bit to the north. So tomorrow, July 14th, here it is, basically over the four corners, which is Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. This could be alarming. This is this Sunday, July 21st. Again, this is the American GFS model. It shows it coming all the way up north and centering over eastern Oregon and Idaho with strong ridging where you see the dark red colors all the way up into Canada. Not all of the models show the high coming this far north and this far west over the weekend. But if this were correct, I mean, the eyeball test would tell you we would have a chance to get back up to 100-degree heat. So this is something we will be following for this upcoming weekend. Let's hope this is not correct. And then let's bounce forward to Saturday, July 27th, almost getting to the end of the month. There's that same heat dome. And notice the center of the heat dome, 594, these are pressure lines. That's 10594. Same thing on Sunday, the 21st, same thing on Saturday, the 27th. So this heat dome is holding amazingly consistent, okay? And even through the end of the month, it's not totally out of here. So that sets a table for well above normal temperatures to be continuing. In fact, again, I'm sticking with the American GFS model, which has been the most accurate of the models going back to late spring. Thursday, August 1st, this shows an upper level. I mean, the odds of this coming true are probably at best 30%. I mean, I'm talking August 1st, so meaning there's a 70% chance that the models, show a different flow between now and then. But for now, this is the first rain chance that shows up. This would be a thunderstorm chance with humid weather and southwesterly flow. If we got some decent rain, this is important. This is the first day, August 1st, that I see upcoming where Portland's high temperature could actually hold under 80 and be in the 70s. And that's what I'm talking about when I get into potential records, which brings me to this. So July heat records, these are the ones that I'm following. And let me tell you, all three of these have a chance to be broken and a reasonable chance to be broken this month. So 80-degree days in a row consecutively. The record is 23. That's quite a run back in July of 1985. And I bet you when we hit that, people were thinking, well, that's a record that will never be approached, right? That's 23 days out of 31 in a row hitting 80 in July. And what about not consecutively, but the total number of 80-degree days? The same month, July of 1985, hit 80 or better all but 3 days. They did it 28 out of 31 days. Again, a record that you're like, wow, that could never be broken. How about the total of 90-degree days? Not consecutively, but the most 90-degree days. This was 15 back in July of 2018. If 2018 rings a bell, it's because the summer of 2018 is the summer that we had 31 90-degree days or better, and that's the all-time record for the most in the city of Portland. Now, 90-degree days. So we're going to hit 90 today. Today would be day 9. I don't think we do tomorrow, but we could. And then Tuesday, absolutely will. So Tuesday is going to be day 10, just 5 away from tying this record. Absolutely in play. Remember, I showed you we may not get below 80 until the first day of August. And that's if we get some rain. Well, we've only not been 80 once. We were 77 on July 2nd. So if the rest of the month hits 80 or more, then that's going to be 30 days. That's going to break that record. How about days in a row? July 2nd is the only day we haven't done it. So that record's in jeopardy. Absolutely incredible how, well, number one, how wrong I was on my summer outlook. And number two, how long this pattern of 80 to 90, 80 to 90 is continuing. And actually, more correctly stated, this is a pattern of no colder than 85 or 86 to most days being low 90s, some being mid 90s, and maybe we hit 100 again. All of this increases fire danger. I know you know that. This is the active large fire map as of this morning. You see, not bad, really. Washington, a couple of large fires burning up in north central Washington. Oregon, not horrible, but we now have 4 fires out in eastern Oregon. We still have the Larch Creek fire burning outside of Dufur in kind of north central Oregon in Wasco County. And we got that One Salt Creek fire down around Medford. And then right here, I apologize, the screen grab from weather.gov came out kind of blurry, and for that I apologize. But these are the current watches and warnings that we have for fire and for heat. So the bright color here, this kind of pinkish tone this time around, is actually a red flag warning. So this is high fire danger, which is not a surprise with the dry, hot weather in southeastern Oregon and then parts of the Columbia and, well, much of the Columbia Basin. The orange heat advisories, which means temperatures are generally in these areas mid to upper 90s, but not hitting 100. And then this darker color, see how it's darker here? That's Ontario. That's an excessive heat warning out in Ontario for 100-degree heat. Okay. So that is what I'm talking about, and that is a huge story. A quick shout out to the Momentous Wealth podcast. This is my sponsor, Todd Pisarcik's team from Momentous Wealth Management. They're located in Vancouver, but they're licensed in Oregon and Washington. Todd's podcast, a whole library of different investment topics. Basically, listen, educate yourself on investing, basically, including mutual funds and basic retirement funds. Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you can find Todd's team. All right, let's get you going. So we do have a marine layer this morning. Here's, again, it's Sunday coming up on 9 o'clock here shortly. Gearhart by the Sea Resort. You see the clouds over Tillamook Head, Seaside, of course, right there. Otherwise, there's a Hood River in the Gorge. There's wine country, Portland, all clear. The Camas Meadows camera is down. I'm trying to get that back up. Sunshine over in Sun River. Again, Oregon City. They're the Three Sisters, Aspen Lakes Golf Course. And there's that marine layer down in the Central Coast, too, in Lincoln County, the Inlet Ottercrest, which is south of Depot Bay. So that's signs that there's a push of cooler weather. Absolutely, you folks up in the Kelso Longview area, only in the 80s today, maybe only low 80s. That'd be nice. Portland probably holding under 90. I've got us at 88 degrees. Here's what's going on real quick. So I want you to start to the right. So this has lightning. See, there's lightning strikes in California, and see the cloud flow. There's a little wave that's shooting some convective moisture up across southeastern Oregon. And there's the chance of spotty storms in this area. So all eyes will be on the potential for lightning strikes causing new wildfires. That's southeastern Oregon. You see that? That's going to be stationary the rest of today. Here's the heat dome showing up again over the Four Corners area. We see the enclosed 594 contour right in here. And then here we are, we're clearly on the back side of the heat dome. Yesterday we hit, 94, I think it was. Today, hopefully 88. Today, 88 to 90. And then Tuesday, we're going to be back up to about 96. Okay. Let's get you going. Real quick, I showed you the track of the heat dome. I just want to show the animation. Here it is this afternoon over the Four Corners area, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico. Okay. Let's watch the movement. So if this is correct, this is this coming Sunday. And again, that would be alarming because that'd be possible 100-degree heat. Other models don't show the heat dome coming this far north. So we'll see. But then here's the heat dome. Again, this is Thursday of next week. There it is, right kind of where it's been. Utah, Wyoming, Idaho. We're still 80s to 90 degrees. And here is the final day of July. This is July 31. showing that low developing and coming toward us in the afternoon, but probably at least up into the 80s. Again, those records in play, and that leads to the next chance of any rain that may or may not hold together. So right now it's morning, so it's comfortable. Medford up to 101, hazy today, 102. Look at this forecast, 99 to 100 all the way into Saturday. Good grief. What about Baker City? 68 right now. 96, they've got smoke out there. 93 tomorrow. Up into the hundreds on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 104. There's excessive heat warnings coming for Eastern Oregon. You can see it right there. Wow. How about our friends up in Seattle? 66 right now, 87 today, 90 on Wednesday, 86, 87, 86. So warm, but certainly better than what Portland is seeing. Central Oregon, upper 90s today, 94 tomorrow, 98 Tuesday. Basically 96 to 98, 99 throughout the entire week. And again, just sunny, hot weather patterns continuing. Good grief. There's North Bend. Some of you watch us from down there. Mostly 60s, and after any early clouds, mostly sunny or partly to mostly sunny afternoons. Let's go up to Astoria. They've got clouds right now, partly sunny skies expected later today, and they've got some warming, 77 Tuesday, maybe 80 in parts of Clatsop County, but generally a 70-something forecast with morning fog and some afternoon sunshine. Okay, here's Portland. I misspoke a moment ago. So the modeling likes 93 today, but we have a marine layer. So maybe maybe the modeling's too warm. I don't know. But certainly if we hit 90 today, then Tuesday would be the 10th day. Tuesday is a day that I think it's noticeably hotter than what we have been lately. 96 degrees. Some of the modeling goes 97. That is a very hot, uncomfortable day. You want to make your plans around not being out in the heat Tuesday afternoon, if that sort of thing bothers you. And then we'll take the edge off, but still 92 Wednesday, 89 Thursday. And then right now, I mentioned Saturday, Sunday, the GFS model likes mid 90s to maybe 100. I've got us at 95. If the other models come in agreement, then that's going to be bumped upward, but that's your 7-day. And again, we're on a record pace now for the most 80s, the most 90s. Good grief. Maybe the hottest July on record when you put it all together. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing, and I will talk to you soon.